Holy hell. Inumaki helped Yuta and used his cursed technique to make Sukuna unable to move, and because of that, he bled a lot from his mouth. Yuta will use the most terrible curse technique to attack Ryomen Sukuna, and that is the hollow technique, Purple. Will the cooperation between Yuta and Inumaki succeed in defeating Sukuna? This is the second part of Chapter 2262 of Jujutsu Kaisen. In other words, it is not Chapter 263, but rather a continuation of the previous chapter, which contains only 7 pages. In this additional spoiler, it says on the cover, Yuta fights Sukuna. They are raging in the domain. Meanwhile, we are shown Rika, who continues to hug the body of Okotsu Yuta. Then in the initial panel, it is written that the battle will be decided in 3 minutes. Spoilers begin when Sukuna punches Yuta, but Yuta looks down and holds Sukuna's hand, and that makes Sukuna very shocked. Then, Yuta quickly slammed Sukuna's body, and then kicked Sukuna so hard that Sukuna was thrown. Yuta realized that Rika could not enter his body at the moment, and because of that, Yuta could not use any curse technique other than Gojo Satoru's Limitless. He also thought that using the curse technique Kenjaku at the same time was something he shouldn't do. Yuta also analyzed that currently Sukuna could not use the world-splitting Dismantle, and that was because his left hand had been severed. And this made Yuta know that apart from the amplification domain, Sukuna already had no other techniques that could overcome Limitless. And after that, Yuta immediately punched Sukuna in the face, while thinking that he was being favored by the current situation. Sukuna was then shocked by something. When Yuta tried to analyze again, he was immediately punched by Sukuna. Fortunately, Yuta was still able to dodge, but Sukuna returned to prepare to attack again. But damn it, Yuta couldn't adapt to Gojo's long arms and legs, and because of that, Yuta got kicked so hard by Sukuna. While maintaining his body, Yuta tried to think again, and he realized that Limitless was indeed a perfect and powerful technique, but it felt much more sensitive than he imagined. In his opinion, it was impossible for him to master Limitless with just one soul exchange exercise. Yuta finally understood why all this time Gojo Satoru had needed 6 eyes to use Limitless. When Sukuna realized that Yuta was having a hard time, Sukuna immediately attacked Yuta again. And at the same time, Yuta recalled Gojo's words saying that everything would be fine. And after all, I am the strongest. Yuta then thought about how strong Gojo was for him to say something like that so confidently. But Sukuna suddenly attacked Yuta with a punch full of cursed energy. Sukuna realized that Yuta did not know how to use the troublesome Limitless. Confidently, before Sukuna actually attacked, he asked Yuta lightly, "Do you think you have time to daydream?" And at the same time, Sukuna's black flash slammed into Yuta's body. As Sukuna prepared to attack again, he thought that Kenjaku told him that Yuta's cursed technique was copying. Sukuna understood that copying a cursed technique would most likely require sacrificing the target's body. Sukuna wondered, did Yuta come as a replacement? Will he be able to use his copying ability? According to Sukuna, although Yuta could use it, Sukuna completely understood what Yuta had at the moment, because basically, Limitless was nothing more than a side effect of body hopping, courtesy of Kenjaku. Sukuna finally realized that Yuta could not use the impersonation technique simultaneously. So currently, Yuta can only use Limitless, but Sukuna asked himself again, how long could Yuta use his impersonation technique? Would he be able to maintain the cursed technique after using Kenjaku's cursed technique? Sukuna also asked, did Yuta come here with the assumption that he wouldn't come back again? So Sukuna concluded that the action Yuta might take was, and before that was answered. We are shown a flashback where Gojo says that Yuta's cursed energy is very uncontrollable. Didn't Kusakabe tell him about something like that? Maki also taunts Yuta that Gojo is quite harsh, only to Yuta, and that makes Panda and Inumaki a little jealous. And after that, we are shown Yuta using the most terrible hand sign from Gojo Satoru's cursed technique. Yuta thought that he was trying to read Gojo's memories one by one, and the 9-point polarized light flashed. But damn it, Sukuna pulled Yuta's hand using his and then punched Yuta in the face so hard that Yuta was knocked backwards. Sukuna then thought, does Yuta not understand why Gojo was forced to use Hollow Purple indirectly? Sukuna didn't seem to be giving Yuta a chance to use Hollow Purple, Yuta sat down and thought that it seemed that Sukuna was still wary of him using a cursed technique other than Limitless. Yuta also realized that Sukuna should know that Yuta could not use two techniques at once, and that was why, when using Limitless, his plan would succeed. Yuta got up and immediately used Blue. At the same time, a tape recorder appeared behind Sukuna. Then came a voice, "Don't move," and it turned out to be the voice of Inumaki. He screamed until blood came out of his mouth and made Sukuna very shocked, and of course he couldn't move. We finally saw the Yuta technique that Sukuna had previously failed, Crow and Shomyo's 9 polarized points. Yuta also said that this is not a copy, but this is the original, the gap between inside and outside, hollow purple technique, written in the final panel, firing his teacher's ultimate curse technique. And further spoilers for chapter 262 of Jujutsu Kaisen, only up to here. After almost a month of waiting for Jujutsu Kaisen, we finally see the collaboration between Okotsu Yuta and Inumaki Toge to destroy Sukuna using the most terrible curse technique, the hollow purple. The wait was worth it because the battle was really exciting. Will Sukuna be hit by hollow purple from such a close distance? Write your thoughts in the comments. By the way, 1 like and subscribe is like a Sukuna finger, so please give me that. I'm Nime. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.